low tickets.
What do you want me to do?
Say Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Do it again.
Alcatraz.
But put some energy, like Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Once again, please show your tickets, your handstand, or your yellow ticket.
Just looking at this place creeps me out.
So one little thing about our island's history is that to cover the basic thing is that it has multiple layers, kind of like a cake if you want to think of it that way. And that a lot of it you can just see just by looking here on the dock specifically. As you know, we're a national park, but we actually became a national park not based on the idea of it was a prison. It was a national park because before it was even thought of as a prison, it was originally a fort, actually, protecting the bay during some major events that happened in the 19th century. So that was what made it, that's what made it become a national park, actually. And so after that, after the wars were over, and it wasn't seen as like too much of there wasn't a threat to the San Francisco Bay, it was used as a military prison. And then, of course, you know about the federal prison years. But then after the prison closed in 1963, actually it's March 21st, 1963, so we're actually going on 56 years in 2 days, actually, since the prison closed. But at 1969, 6 years after the closure, it actually was the site of the longest political protest on federal land, which was the site of the Native American occupation. And you'll see some of that political messaging like you see above me where it says, Indians land, Indians welcome. So that happened for 18 months. And that, again, was like the longest time any group has ever occupied.
Ladder? There's no ladder up there.
Get to the good stuff.
You're not walking out with him? Okay. How did you guys end up on outside? We're over here. Did you seriously just go there?
That's where I have to get dressed right now.
That's where they get their clothes.
Me.
I think they have to be too.
They only shower twice a week. I don't know how I feel about that.
Really? Twice a week? Larry, don't you shower twice a week?
It's not a story.
It says after you shower, you come here with the clothes. Oh. Dude, look at the shower. This shower can hold at least 100 people.
Yo, could you imagine showering with 100 people? Somebody else. Could you imagine showering with 100 people?
Yeah.
You can?
You're disgusting now.
That's weird. So we just got the AirPods 2 for the audio tour. They're
Honestly, I feel the upgrade.
yeah. Alright, let's go.
What you listening to?
Lil Wayne.
Alright, so we're gonna press play once we get up. Did you already press play?
No.
Cool little thing. Go straight ahead.
That'd be back there.
Wow, these are horrible. Wait, where do you even sleep?
Yeah, I'm confused with these.
Prisoners who chose not to behave ended up in a harsher place, isolation.
That's just a taste of what I'm hearing, just so you guys kind of understand what this tour is like. Pretty good at this. Definitely feels like the prison's still like open and functioning. I would actually go insane if I was in here for more than like 3 hours. I know you guys can't hear what I'm hearing, but this is pretty depressing and scary, for sure. So a little brief history. This prison used to be a military prison until the government decided to make it a federal prison. It was shut down in 1963, and contrary to popular belief, it was only shut down because of cost. They said it would cost around $3 to $5 million to renovate this place, and I know you guys aren't here, but there's a lot of walkways and a lot of areas that are shut down or closed off from the public because of the structural integrity of the building is not really that sound. It is pretty creepy seeing those cells and seeing the quality of life that these people had to endure. Although these were like the worst of the worst, I'm still a bit sympathetic. There was a lot of stuff that I couldn't show you guys because the filming or recording wasn't allowed, but it is horrible in there. This whole island is just terrifying. And I just learned during the tour that there were these three guys who actually were able to escape from this island. I have no idea how they did it. No one knows how they did it, but that is phenomenal to be able to escape from a maximum security prison like this, and on top of that, being able to get off an island. San Francisco, which is the closest shoreline to here, is like 3 miles away. That's crazy. Where are my videos? What?
Say it, man. You don't have enough subscribers.
No. Come on, say something. So what did you?
People got tortured here. Like that's not.
We mistaken Alcatraz for Guantanamo Bay. You were excited to see a place where people got tortured?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching. On to our next adventure.